when it becomes powerful, it's about how much of those theory-based things that you actually apply and practice and get it to a world-class level where it starts really working for you. Um, and I didn't see that until when I was in Germany, and working with these guys, and they had sharpened their process, their process, not the process. They've sharpened it, and I was able to be one link of the chain that um, that they've crafted. And so I know what that feels like. And initially when we started on this mass journey, I think I thought that was the process, but it's not. Like, we're now on our journey to discover our unique own process, and it has to be unique because we're different people from anyone else on the planet, and to hone that to a world class level, you know. And I think that only comes through, you know, time, dedication, patience, practice, um, and yeah, that's what I'd say as a professional.
Yeah, process is key. Process, like having your process worked out. You know, even just working myself overseas, learning, seeing how these high performance practices operate. They they know what they have to do. Like there aren't people sort of sitting around with question marks. If you imagine like a cartoon, of an office kind of thing, you imagine little speech bubbles, you know, around people. They're not sitting around going question mark, question mark, question mark. When do I do something? Oh, I'm waiting on something. There's never anyone just sitting around going, oh well, I'm just waiting an instruction from someone else, or I'm just waiting to figure out how to do this. No, they have a process. They know that they have to deliver, and they know what quality they have to deliver at. And they know exactly how their work has to be formatted so it can be handed over to the guy next to them. To carry on with that work. Um, people in these high performing studios, they know exactly how to format their work. I mean, it can even be some really mundane things like working with a really good folder structure. Having your Rhino files layered correctly, having your Photoshop files layered correctly, and using masks instead of like just using the eraser tool. Like little things. That you might just be, if you're working by yourself, you don't take the time to learn these processes, right? It's only when you're part of a chain or a pipeline that you realize that the importance of having things structured the right way. I mean, this compounds significantly when you're working on complex architectural projects, right? If you haven't structured your Revit project or whatever it is the right way, I mean, this sounds really not very creative, right? At the end of the day, it sounds like a very mundane thing that I'm actually talking about, but it's very much the act of you working as part of a team as opposed to just going, this is my quantum of work that I need to get done and push it out the door, and I'm going to do it as quickly as I can. It's two very different attitudes. And you will notice that people that operate at the really high performing end, they have that pipeline down packed. They know exactly what they're going to get from the guy next door to them and add to it, and then pass that parcel on to the guy after them as well. So yeah, process is 100% key. I mean, I'm talking about the more tangible side of it, but then there's obviously also the design thinking and the thinking process that goes around it as well, which is also can be formatted in a similar way. You can think about it the same way as well, you know. So yeah, very key.